Welcome to DIY RV and Home Campers Life. My name's Greg. Today I'm out in the backyard. We're kind of relaxing. Waiting for the sun to start casting its solar over top of our yard so I can start recharging our Jackery Explorer 1000. I took it out last weekend. We've had it for a couple months and we've used it quite a bit, and very impressed with it. And so we need to charge it back up, and Jackery sent us out two of their 100 watt solar saga portable solar panels for us to do a test and review on. So what better time than to do it right now? As you can see up there, I've got a tree that is just blocking the sun right now. So hopefully within the next 15-20 minutes I'll start getting some good sun onto the solar panels, and we will start doing the recharge. Now the Jackery is about 50% right now on the charge. So I've got a camera set up, and I'm going to do a time lapse, try to capture the average wattage that we're pulling in with these two solar panels to the Jackery, or how much the Jackery is actually accepting, and go through and just see how long it actually takes. I've got it set to take a picture every 60 seconds. But in the meantime, I thought I'd kind of go over some of the features that the solar panels offer. And so number one, I'll swing you around, is that they do fold up. So when folded, they're about 24 inches by 22 inches. They do have two kickstands that come out, and those will allow it to be set at a 45-degree angle, but you can move them a little bit to adjust to try to get a optimal angle to capture as much solar as you can. Now, right in this little pouch right here is a 10-foot cable. It's a 10-foot cable with an 8mm plug on the end of it, and that can plug right into the Jackery through the 8mm port, and or it could be plugged into the solar saga parallel adapter that Jackery supplies when you get the power station, and then it's got an Anderson plug on the other side that you can plug right into the Jackery. So you got that, but also with that you do have two USB outlets on the solar panel itself. So you've got a Type C 5-volt 3 amp, and you got a Type A 5-volt 2.4 amp. Okay, right here is these specs. We've got peak power of 100 watt. Cell efficiency is at 23%, which is actually very good for a solar panel. Power voltage 18. Power current 5.55 amps. The open circuit for this is going to be 21.6 volts. Your short circuit amps is 6.1. I've already gone over the two USBs, and it does say compatible with the Explorer power station, mobile phones, tablets, game players, it says right here. I like this. Real happy in the sun. Okay, so with some clouds, rain, no. Now they do say that these are not waterproof. Maybe a light mist would probably be alright, but any rain, I'd take them in anyways. And I mean, this nice thing is they're, you know, look at this. They're 9.1 pounds each. Okay, so let me throw you somewhere and I'll get this reset back up, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Yeah, I know I didn't set you up so you can see how to set it up right there, but here, check this out. Here's me setting it up out camping this last weekend. I hope you like that. That was kind of fun to do. So, in a nutshell, you've got 100 watts of solar right here, portable, 9.1 pounds, wind collapsed, 24 inches by 22 inches. Got its own kickstands on it. It's got a pouch to hold your cable, and you can also charge a cell phone or tablet or any type of USB device that charges off of can charge, and you can even just put it in that pouch and stow it in there while you're charging it. That way it's not on the ground or something like that, or exposed to the elements. Okay, I've got the cables all ready to plug in to the Jackery when I start getting some sun. Now I do have some cloud cover coming in too, so that's going to affect the performance also, but what I'm trying to do is capture, hopefully with peak sun, is how well the Jackery can get charged with these 2 solar panels. Now, in my tests over the weekend and tests with other solar panels, I've been noticing that I'm about 120, 130 watts is what I'm being able to draw to charge the Jackery with. So that's one thing that I would hope that Jackery might be working on, to maybe try to bump that up a little bit, maybe try to get it closer to the 200 watt charge, because as it is, it takes close to the full day to charge it. And this last weekend I took a small dorm refrigerator with us camping, and I wanted to run that. That only takes 60 watts roughly. You know, it takes a little bit to get the compressor going, but average is about 60 watts to run. And so the Jackery was actually struggling to keep that, plus, you know, run a fan, charge our devices, whatever. I have the trailer set up right here, our trailer set up to be able to plug a Jackery in to the shoreline and run all my outlets inside the trailer, run my microwave. It will run the microwave and anything else I need except for the refrigerator or charge the house batteries. So I use this instead of the generator, you know, gasoline generator. And the trips prior, I had 2 trips prior to this last time with the residential refrigerator, and I was able to recharge the Jackery each day, no problem. But with that sustained refrigerator draw, I was having a lot of problems. And there was times right here, I'll show you this video right here, I was getting 30 watts. And I was in beautiful sun, no shade, everything, both panels going, and it wasn't affected by, it wasn't like one of the panels was not working, because I unplugged one, tested it, swapped them, tested it. I even went and turned on, plugged something in, turned it on, and the Jackery showed the draw of that, and the input increased. But it only increased the amount of the draw, so it was like a 70 watt draw. So my charge on the Jackery went up to 100. So I didn't get that captured. But so Jackery, that's something I would hope that you would take a look at. And of course you're going to see the video. But anyways, right here is the Jackery. We've got a 1,002 watt-hour battery, lithium ion, and it powers a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter with a 2,000 watt peak. And I've tested it, and it does the peak at like 15 seconds before it will actually cut off. I've run an Instapot, the 8-quart, the big one, with this, making rice. I've done hair dryer. On the one that we were using was on medium, but we did it. A hair straightener at the same time. A fan, the microwave, the refrigerator. I even, check this out, I did some welding with a TIG welder. Not structural, just some lightweight gauge material, but I actually welded with it. This thing was cool. I mean, I was keeping my laptops running, I was keeping all my stuff powered up. Here's a little quick video of me keeping all my camera stuff and everything charged while I was at this little park doing some drone aerial footage and stuff like that. So we got the AC inverter on this one side, 3 outlets on it. And like I say, it's a 1,000 watt with a 2,000 watt surge. Over here we have a DC. We have 2 USB-C discharges or outputs and 2 USB-A style. Along with that, you have your old auxiliary 12 volt with a 10 amp rating on it, and this is regulated at 12 volts. So it will, if I do turn it on, it will draw a little bit of wattage because it is controlling this to 12 volts. So even as the battery does start to discharge in the power pack, it will regulate it up to that 10 volt, or excuse me, 12 volt until it can't do it anymore. So that's a pretty cool feature. It does have a little flashlight on the side. I haven't had the opportunity to try it out in dark or anything like that, but you know, some people have tried it. They thought it was kind of funky that they had it, but then when they used it, they thought it was pretty cool. One thing I get a kick out of is, okay, it's on, and I'm going to hold it for a second, and let's see. If you know what that is, folks, what it's doing, let me know. I know what it's doing, but you know, is it really that useful? Probably not. Maybe somebody will get it. Maybe it'll help somebody one day. Pretty cool though. I think it's so funny that they thought that far ahead to go, yeah, well, let's just do that, you know. Okay, so the sun is. We got a few more minutes. I'll come back and I'll talk a couple more minutes, and then I'll set this thing up, and we'll do the time lapse on it. And while that's going on, I'll give you a couple little other footages of some other stuff and some links to the different videos I've already done on the Jackery products. And then when we got this done, I'll give you my final first impression and first couple months of use. I want to continue doing some more further reviewing and testing of this, and you know, let you guys know how it performs. I'm sorry, I'm getting nailed by flies. It's that time of the year, you know, the flies are coming out in hordes. But a couple more minutes, I'll come back with you. We'll get this thing set up. We'll start the time lapse, and we'll see how long it gets to take the charge from 50% to full, using the 2 100 watt solar panels. Well, I came back out hoping to see some nice sunshine, throwing rays of sun on those solar panels. You know what I came out to find? Let's look up and see what we see. Oh yes, we've got some pretty good cloud cover coming in, and it does look like there is some smoke in it. I live in Idaho, and right now we've got some pretty terrible fires over in this side of the country. I mean, California, Oregon, and even Idaho's got some good fires, and so the smoke's coming back in, it looks like. You know what, I go ahead and plug it in and, you know, let it start charging up and see what happens. See how it does on this kind of day, I guess. So let's just do it. And there we go. We've got it. Oh, we're getting a little bit of sun. We're gonna get a few seconds. Okay, plugged in, and we're starting off with about 60 watts. Let me step out of the sun, or out of the way of the solar panels, of course. And yeah, right now we're at 60, and I mean, what can I say? Let me show you again the beautiful day. And well, it is what it is. I can tell you this, the best I saw charging was 130 on my tests this last weekend. going into the Jackery, and I think a lot of that is to do with how much the Jackery is actually accepting, or the Explorer is actually accepting the power station. So I would hope that they would, work on trying to get that a little bit higher. I do understand part of it is that the faster you charge them, the harder is on the batteries. You can do a bulk, and then you do kind of a tiered on like automotive batteries. You can do a bulk, and then you want to go to a float. And I'm not sure exactly how the lithium worked. I'm just a guy that got the opportunity to try this out. And I can tell you this, for the weekend warrior, if you want to take this and keep some stuff charged that runs on 110 or something like that, without having to pull the generator out, boom, it won't do the air conditioner, but that's kind of, if you have to use that, yeah, you can do that. But the rest of the time you can be plugged into this, and it's so quiet. I didn't realize what kind of person we were when we had our generator running for a few hours during the afternoon to try to keep the trailer cool. And I'm not knocking you, because I was there, and I'll end up still doing it. But it's amazing when you don't have to have your generator running and somebody's next to you, got theirs running, and you're like, God, and you're sitting there and you've got your air conditioner or your fan going, you're chilling, the refrigerator's, that little tiny fridge that I got was chilling off and stuff like that. Hey, yeah, it's pretty cool. It is extremely cool. Is it worth the money? For the quiet, for the renewable? Heck, what happens when the power goes out at the house? We can use that. We don't necessarily have to grab and get the generator out, fire it up. We can plug some stuff into that and still have, some lifestyle while we're waiting for the power to come back on. Luckily for us, where we're at, it's not that much of a common occurrence. Build quality, I think they're awesome. I'm not going to tear it down. No, I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to link you right up here to a guy named Will Prowse, who has got a YouTube channel, and he does a lot of solar stuff. And he tore one down along with a couple other ones, and you'd be surprised what you see on build qualities. So I'm not going to take the surprise, ruin the surprise for you. I'll let you just check that up there, down in the description. I'll have a link there too. It actually looks like I'm going to have to take the stuff inside. The temperature dropped like 6-7 degrees, like that, and I could just feel it, like it's getting ready to do some storm in here and get some rain. And so, folks, I've tried to do this video probably 7-8 different times. Every time something come up. I had they were tearing down a building just around the corner from us and using heavy equipment for days. Like this, I've got clouds coming in, rain, my dog in and out of the dog door, cars coming through, people walking through the alleyway. Such is life, I even tried to do it while we were camping. Perfect, had everything set up, and in that clip where I set it up, I was actually on the lake, or on the reservoir, there was nobody out there. Guess what? As soon as we got ready to hit the record button, boats started zipping through, people started hooting and hollering, everything like that. Par for the course lately. So anyways, I just want to say, I think these are excellent quality. They do offer smaller units, so you don't necessarily have to get 1,000. So you can take a look at that right now from the Jackery line as being the Cadillac. You can get the introductories. I've got a link below to their site with the different ones, but they've got like a 500, a 240, and I believe there's another one that they also offer. So for your tent campers, if you just need to want to charge up your cell phone or something like that, or maybe you got kids and you had a little tiny DVD player and you want to let them watch a movie over, during the nighttime or something like that, or heck, if you guys are having a really good time camping and you need the blender, there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, share it, and like I say, I'm going to come back with more videos on this. Thank you, Mother Nature. Until my next video, happy camping.